Hi, my name is Jeff and welcome back to my workshop. We're continuing work on the Arlington Club Beverage Company car. If you're interested in purchasing one of these kits, I'll leave a link to the Arlington Heights Society Model Engineers Facebook page in the description below. And there's a nice history of the car as well. So when we left off, we glued the weight to the base. So we'll set that aside while it finishes drying, and we're going to work on finishing the body details, including the brake wheel, the brake shaft, and the platform. So we'll start by using our sprue cutters to remove the wheel, and then if we need to, we'll use a file to clean up any edges. But I didn't need to in this case. I got a clean cut with my sprue cutters. To install it, it just press fits into the hole, but I'm going to put just a drop of plastic solvent cement. This is a Fowler Expert cement, which will actually go cement through paint. It actually will dissolve the paint in the hole, so we'll get a clean bond. And we'll just then put a drop in and then insert the wheel into place like that. The next step will be the brake shaft. So again, I'm going to use my sprue nippers to very carefully remove it from the sprue. Be very careful because that part could break easily. So make sure you get the sprue in a nice cut and be gentle as you're removing it. And this hooks on, it glues in to the bottom and then sits up against the brake wheel housing. We'll put a little bit of drop of glue in the cutout for it in the bottom of the end, and then slip the piece on with the simulated chain end at the top. Set that aside to dry. I'm setting it on its side so it stays in place while I remove the brake stand platform. Again, using the sprue nippers just to cut it off. And we want to be careful when we're doing this to make sure we have it the right side up. You'll notice that the top has a simulated grate platform, wood platform. The bottom has the supports, so we want to make sure we have it oriented correctly when we install it. Okay, with that installed in the slots for it, we'll just add a drop of glue to each one to make sure it holds in place, and let capillary action draw it into the joint. We'll let that dry, and then we'll install the underbody on it. We want to make sure we have the correct end pointed towards the brake wheel. So the brake wheel is on the B end of the car, and the brake cylinder points towards the B end. So we just set the truck in place, spread the sides a little bit, and let it drop into place. It can get a little tricky. You just got to make sure you have it in tight on all four sides, and it'll pop into place. Once that's in place, now the car is basically finished here, except for the stirrup steps. So we're going to start with the corner steps, and you'll see the four of them in the middle of the sprue. The two on the ends go in the center of the car under the door. So again, I'm going to use my sprue cutters just to remove them one at a time. And while it's hard to see in the video, the casting is a little offset. It's got a little angle to it. So the sprue, the clip that holds it in, is offset from the ladder, and you want to set that so that the stirrup step is out and the offset clip is facing into the center, towards the center of the car. And then you just want to insert it into, there's a little slot formed between the end sill of the car, the side of the car and the floor. And then just push it into place. The tweezers work, but a screwdriver worked a little better. Okay. And I test fitted it because it's always a good idea to test fit, and then I just put a drop of cement in. After cleaning off the nozzle. And work that into place. It can get a little bit tricky sometimes, especially if your hands are shaking a little bit, but I got those in, and then on the center I did the same thing at the center door. Be careful, those parts do like to fly. So here's the car complete as it was built out of the kit, but we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to do some weathering on it because this looks way too clean for my tastes. So for weathering, I'm going to use pan pastels like I've done in previous videos. I'm just going to do some light weathering on here, a little dirt and grime along the bottom of the sides, particularly over the trucks. And I'm just going to use a dry brush technique with my applicator sponge. Get a little bit on there, wipe most of it off. So I just get a nice light coating on it. Just a hint of dirt. Especially with steel-sided cars, in the billboard cars, they like to keep them clean because those were also advertisement for the companies that were that own the cars. So we're going to add a little bit of dark gray along the ladders to just kind of make them pop a little bit, and along the hand grab irons. Doing the ladders on all four ladders on all four sides, and assorted grab irons. Going to get a little on the brake wheel. We'll add a little bit of rust and grime to the brake shaft as well. Also a little dirt above where the wheels would pull up the trucks. I'm kind of doing this in real time because I want you to see that, weathering does not have to take long. It does not have to be a hard process. You just want to get it to the point where you're happy with how it looks. Get a little bit of rust on there. Hit the hardware by the door with some rust color. Hit the ice bunker, the ice hatches with some of that. Both new rust and a little bit of darker, redder rust to represent older rust. And we'll use some medium gray just to kind of bring out the detail of the roof walk. If we wanted to make this dirtier, we could add rust and dirt and grime to the steel roof. But in this case, I want this car to look like it is well cared for, and in this case, fairly new. And that's all there is to doing a light weathering job on a car like this, except catch the door hardware on the other side, because I forgot to do that. You can see where I got too much on there. I can just wipe it off with my finger. Also some dirt on the trucks. I hope you've been enjoying this video. If you have, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Those likes do help the YouTube algorithm. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next project. And if you've been following my Waukegan Station build project, while the building is pretty much done, we still have some more steps to do, and there will be a video coming soon, but I wanted to take a break from that project to work on this. So thank you for tuning in. Again, on the club's Facebook page, which will be linked in the description, there is not only an email address to place an order along with pricing, but also a great history on the Arlington Club Beverage Company of Arlington Heights, Illinois. So even if you don't want a card, going over there, it's a good read. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.